Hi everyone, this is Cindy again with another one of my post-workout reflection videos. I get a lot of reflections whenever I work out. So recently I've had a very interesting conversation with one of my coaching clients. So I was on the phone with her for at least an hour and she shared with me that, it's been really tough for her lately, and she was just crying over the phone. She was bawling and she was saying that she's just so cooped up with 3 kids and a husband at home, and the kids are so young and they're rowdy and they're screaming and they're fighting with each other. And whenever that happens, she goes into an uncontrollable rage of snapping at them, screaming at them, and even getting really aggressive with them. So she feels really condemned, really guilty, because that is not what she wants to do, but she feels that she cannot control her behaviors. Have you ever been in a situation like that before, where you feel that you just cannot control your behavior? Maybe when someone irritates you, you just want to go into this mode of using profanity. Or maybe it could be when your spouse does something that's not up to your expectations, you go into this very critical mode and you say really mean things that hurt the relationship. If you feel that you've ever been there before, where you cannot control your behavior, what it means is that we have actually developed a certain pattern of behavior. And what a pattern means is that, it's self-explanatory, right? It's something that happens over and over again, and it gets solidified and it becomes a very bad habit that we have got no control over. And this is something very serious, because our patterns can lead us to either failure, success, or mediocrity. And until and unless we break that pattern, we will unfortunately become a slave to it for our entire lives. So you see, our behaviors are very much determined by our feelings. And our feelings are very much determined by our thoughts. So it all comes from a thought, right? So using my client as an example, whenever her children starts to fight and get rowdy, the first thought that comes to her mind is, why the hell are y'all doing this to me again? So when that thought comes to her mind, straight away she starts to feel anger, and the anger rises, it becomes a rage, and then she starts behaving like a crazy person. But what if we break that cycle, that vicious cycle of thought, feelings, and actions? The first thing we need to do is actually deal with that thought. And that's my tip for you today. How can we deal with our thought patterns? So I'm going to share with you an acronym, and the acronym is called NIP. Nip it in the bud. N stands for nail. Nail that thought. Identify it, recognize it, observe it, but we don't always have to react to it. Let it float by. You do not have to engage immediately. Walk away, get a drink of water. That's nailing that thought, identifying and recognizing it in the very first place. And I stands for interrupt it. What does interruption mean? Change it to something else. So rather than letting it be, why the hell are y'all doing this to me? You could actually change it to something empowering for you. So for example, you could change it to, I think now would be a good time for me to practice my influencing skills on my children. Or it could be, what can I do now to be a more calm and assertive person? So interrupt the thought by changing it to something that's empowering for you. And P stands for practice, practice, practice. Is it going to be easy? No way, Jose. It's going to be tough. You're going to feel weird. You're going to fall into your usual patterns. It's going to be bad. But you know what? Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep doing it over and over again. Keep practicing it. And when you do it long enough, it becomes a new pattern for you. And it can become a pattern of success for you. So my 3 tips for you today to manage your thoughts before it goes into a vicious cycle is nip. Nail the thought, interrupt that thought, and practice the new thought. I hope this has been helpful. Bye.